Hello everyone! This presentation is on the history of copyright law, notable moments in the defense of artistic expression, as prepared and narrated by me, Denise Holbrook. First, there was the Licensing Act of 1662. To control the multiplying number of printed and published texts, England enacted the Licensing Act of 1662. The act created a register of published texts and required a deposit of a copy of the book for licensing. The Statute of Anne. On April 10, 1710, English Parliament passed the Statute of Anne, which acknowledged the rights to dues and payment and protections of authors. The U.S. Constitution. On August 18, 1787, James Madison made a push to have the phrase, "to promote the progress of science and useful arts by securing for limited times to authors and inventors the exclusive right to their respective writings and discoveries," to the United States Constitution. Its admission creates the constitutional groundwork for copyright law in the United States of America. The first copyright law. On May 31, 1790, the first copyright law is enacted by President George Washington. The copyright law establishes the term limits of 14 years with the privilege of renewal for another term of 14 years. A wide range of books, maps, and charts are protected under this new law. The first copyright law revision. On February 3, 1831, the copyright term limits are extended to 28 years of protection with a 14-year renewal term. Musical compositions are also added to the works protected under the copyright law. The second copyright law revision. On July 8, 1870, the items necessary to receive a copyright expand. These required items now include a deposit and registration. The Library of Congress is now the centralized copyright department, and this act also reserved to authors the right to create certain derivative works, including translations and dramatizations on their copyright works. The indexing of the record of registrations began, and works of art were added to protected works. International Copyright Act. On March 3, 1891, the International Copyright Act is signed into law. This act established copyright relations with foreign countries. The Copyright Office. On February 19, 1897, the Copyright Office is established as a separate department from the Library of Congress. Under this new department, the position of Register of Copyrights is created. 1976 Copyright Law. On January 1, 1976, the day marked the effective date of the enactment of principal provisions of the 1976 Copyright Law. The term of protection for works created on or after this date consists of the life of the author and 50 years after the author's death or postmortem. Teach. On November 2, 2002, the Technology, Education, and Copyright Harmonization, or TEACH Act, provided for the use of copyrighted works by accredited nonprofit educational institutions in distance education learning. President George W. Bush signed the act into law. And this has been a presentation on 10 moments important to the evolution of copyright law. Thank you.